Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in my lab. But I do what I do for you. Sun's coming up now, but I'm still going to do what I do. I got something nice for you. You know how we do. Let's go. Rightisms. 25 rules live by storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune in, receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. That's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is way of life, and that's what it is if you practice it through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka to know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, then your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through, because that's what I do. And it's rhetorical. If you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. Yeah, that's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you, right? Thinkers know thyself. And to my eye, be true. I got an issue. Just come out of church. So, right thinkers, let's talk about how about we stop the humanization of God. God is God. God ain't man. Man's supposed to become God-like in the flesh. God ain't become God and man. No, it don't work that way. But let me see if I can break it down for you a little bit better and make a lesson out of here where maybe you can understand my point. Yes, we are created in God's image, in spirit and in consciousness. The physical body is human. What's inside it, spirit of God, consciousness, the mind that he gave us, free will, that's what that means. You are free to be with him or be with yourself. That's the ego self. The ego says, edge God out. I take me. And that's what a lot of people do. Unbeknownst to them, that's why being ignorant of that, you won't be able to fight that ego off if you don't know about it. You have no clue. Well, I'm just fighting off the devil. I want to make sure Satan. Yeah, that's the ego. Again, unbeknownst to you. So don't humanize God. Okay? We're created in his image because we have spirit and consciousness, but we are in the flesh. That makes us human. God created man. I'm going to tell you this again. Hope we explain it to you, maybe understand. God created man. Why? The animals, nature, can't worship and praise him. They don't know him. They're not conscious of him. So he made man so that what? We can create God in what? Our image. And we making God human. Big mistake. Moving on. That's what I'm saying. God created man so that what? Man could create God with what? The ability to what? Become conscious of him. That means we have free will to do, to think, to be. Choice. Ding, ding, ding. But really, my art represents the two sides of the brain, the hemisphere, left and right. I did to balance them and use them in harmony. The two opposites working together to make a good decision for the individual is really simple if you break it down, but then they can make it. Oh, I hate that. Simplify so it can be real easy to understand. It ain't brain surgery, trust me. God, the God of my understanding. Everybody believes in this God. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But until you have your own interaction with God, commune with God, you just on the belief trip. That don't get you nothing. But the other side to that, the caveat is if you live by your belief, they tell you do this, don't do that. You follow that, guess what? He'll reward you. Moving on. He don't care about what your religion is. He cares about the deeds you do. And watch this. The God of my understanding will never tell me I am God. You shall have no other God before me. That is the most humanist nonsense. That's man. That's an egoistic, immature, insecure man, not God. God is knowledge. God is love, truth, honest. Not that, well, I don't want nobody worshiping. Just moving on. Sorry, I get caught up. Moving on, we get past that concept. And I see a lot of people with that nonsense. God has no ego. Don't need none to feed. Just bless those who what? Who worship and deserve the blessings because how they live their life according to him. I practice righteous living, not because of church, because I know God will want me to do that, and I'm gonna serve him. That's what I'm gonna do. And guess what? By doing that, I get returns. Y'all call them blessings. Some people call them miracles, whatever. But you don't get it if you don't put the work in. I meant to put the work in daily. Moving on. We are to become again God-like, not God like us. Get him, K. Dot. God not like us, okay? And obviously, we ain't like him. Why? We don't even know who the hell he is, where he at, what we supposed to be doing for him. If y'all listen to them, because they're not like us either. They don't want the best for us. Can't you see that right now? We are to become God like how? There you go. How? The Egyptians and all teachers should not just tell you something and leave you hanging. Break it down, explain it to you so now you can use it. I think give you a weapon, say here. You don't know what to do with it, ain't gonna do you no good. You wanna hurt yourself or somebody else. Mostly somebody first. We make God seem human. That's giving him this egoistic mentality. I'm the one, blah, blah, blah. Everybody know that. You have to make that broadcast, okay? And not all good and godly. That's not God. This guy who temperamental and all this other, like my man said, God will punish you, send you to hell, torment you, but he loves you. You are the one who's doing all that to yourself. It's called fetish. That's the ego self. It's going to do things that's self-destructive to itself. Why? It don't care. It don't know no better. That's why it's ignorant of God. It think it's God. When I became conscious of who I was, of my true self, my life changed. Now, I thought I was doing right, and I'm not. But man, when you get knowledge of self, oh, that's behind you. You're doing things better for yourself now. And some people ain't gonna like that. If you better in yourself, why nobody likes that? Just like the black man doing stuff with people in Burkina Faso. No, the white man don't like that. What the hell is that about? That is starting to piss me off. When being good and doing good is looked at as a bad thing, I know that I and God are one. I tell you all the time, everything from the one. If you don't understand that, then that's on you. It's personal. Ain't nothing to do with me. I'm just trying to help you. If you don't believe me, I ain't asked you to believe what I'm telling you. It's just least of my concern. But again, once I became conscious of being God, man, things changed. I go to church, not because I'm a Christian. No, I want to fellowship with like-minded people. So can't find nobody else to hang out with. So I go to church. That's bad. All right, now I deified my dad when I was ignorant. That was my God. And I had the right idea. I just didn't know why. I just was, hey, he created me in his image. I look like him. I act like him. That's my God. And I gave him that status. But in human form of flesh, he wasn't a good dude. He's my dad, but he was human. Like, okay, again, in the flesh. So he didn't know himself. He loved himself. He just didn't know himself. But again, I gave him that status. And it still fits today. Why? I still see him as my God. When I talk to him every day, I'm talking to him every day. That's my God. And they changed. See, full circle. When I didn't know, I still put it in a position where it served me. Now I can use it to my benefit again. And I did find my dad, give him that God status while he was alive in my life, way before I was enlightened to the truth. So I had a good idea about that. Symbolism and symbology and inspiration, all those things that you can get from outside sources and use to your benefit. Okay, you can get motivation from anywhere. Okay, I was still captive from people who I respected and admired. Well, I'm taking that. He'll never know why. I ain't gonna show it to him, but I'm gonna use it. That's what I've been doing all my life. Our parents understand this, young. Everybody, don't make a difference. You looking for this God? Wait a minute, what's this? God is spirit and consciousness. Once you come in the spirit of flesh, you become human. So you reproduce, you can think and create from a thought. That's what God is. So in the flesh, the person who birthed you, that's your God. Moving on. And they got to have a mother and a father. You can have one. Moving on. He made it that way. He knows all, as they say. And everything I look at, every time who did that? Okay, that's the guy who put this all together. All conscious. He already know. That's what they mean by all knowing. He don't know your every thought, your every move. He just all knows everything that needs to be known. That's it. Okay. Now, when we know ourselves, thyself, we are becoming God-like in knowledge and while in human in the flesh, which means when the physical body dies, because your body, which is your spirit, is connected with your consciousness, which is you, y'all become one. So when it's over, your wings, y'all send back home. If not, the body come out, no head on it, gotta go find another body to be in. That's the concept. We'll break it down real simple. Hope you understand it. But that's the name of the game. And if you don't live right here, you'll be back. Simple. You can't go there. No, it don't work that way. All right, let me get this out the way. God, again, God is spirit. Stop right there. Stop right there. That's life for everything here. God is just that. And kicking what? All consciousness, all knowing. You see where we're going with this? I can't get it no simpler. Man is conscious and spirit mixed with what? Matter. Because conscious and spirit is not tangible. It needs a body. Now it becomes what? Like the yin and the yang. The spirit needs the body needs the spirit. They both can coexist. And the consciousness is what gets you to God. It's all telepathy. Remember, it's mental. The body ain't going nowhere. God is the spirit that gives us life. I keep making that point. That's it. That's it. Stop what he do. He don't do nothing else. He could care less about what you do with your life. You have free will. That's what he means by that. You do what you want. That nonsense about do as I will. Okay, but guess what? What comes with that? What? Consequences. So still do as you will. Just understand the consequences. Now, it don't sound too good, do it. Do the right thing and be blessed. I can tell you that. That's the way to go. Doing you, it can feel good, but there's some consequences, and sometimes you might not want to pay them. Moving on. But your mind, aka the consciousness, that's mental. Telepathy. God is up here between the temples, between your head and your head, the two brains hemisphere. That's where God dwells. Consciousness in you, and the spirit that gives you life. That's the heart. Come on, man. Sorry, I'm done. And to prove to God that I know, I do what? I worship him, I praise him, I live a spiritually disciplined life to show him. Simple as that. I could care less about man. I like my mother being proud of what I'm doing. Okay, people I'm around could care less. Could care less. Well, that's kind of cool. I don't give a damn. Simply, I'm living for that, not for you. My lessons, I try to figure out, well, the numbers go up when we talk about that. That's not how I operate. I teach. Well, they like this lesson. They don't like that one. That's their choice. Free will. I just teach them. Moving on. I control the content. Everything else on y'all. I told you about telepathy is God's calling card. When you go to sleep, everybody seeing God in their dream. Everybody seeing God. That's telepathy. That's in the mind. Jesus Christ. You think of him. They did it EKG, whatever they might scan. Just thinking about God, being God conscious, going through meditation and communing with your higher self, your theta mode, which is your imagination, goes up 400%. And for some people, it's different. But that's telling you something's going on. They said, if you think I'm God conscious, so I'm not thinking low level, I'm always thinking good, possible, high frequency, doing good, doing right. At one time, I was that snake. I was slithering around looking for something to get into. Yeah. I can be honest about that now. That was a way of life. Not a good one, but hey, now I know the difference between the two. And when everybody started to come to their own for themselves, I'm trying to help you do just that. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I do what I do for you, so you don't have to go through some of the stuff that I did. It ain't for everybody. Moving on. I don't want my son to do that nonsense. And God, again, is spirit and mentality. You have to commune with God. That's where meditation comes in at. I still talk to that guy every day. My mom is here in the flesh. We talk every day. He here in spirit. We talk every day. I ain't missing nothing. Okay, again, you can't touch God. You can't see God. You can't taste or smell God, but you can experience Him. How is that? Because it's here. It's internal. That's why the five senses can't get to God. That's the body. It stays here. In the dream state, in the astral plane, the physical body don't matter. Understand that. We are, again, we are gods in the flesh. If you can see Jesus being God in the flesh, why can't you see yourself? That's I got a problem. No, if he's God in the flesh, we all are. Simple as that. No, you can't have it both ways. Moving on. So, with we are gods in the flesh. But what they say, some people say with memory loss, they say you might remember why? Because the consciousness of your prior life get taken up by Amenet. So Amen. And you have no conscience. So I get that conscience, I understand that. But you get a fresh debt, so to speak. Fresh consciousness. Okay? To what? Fresh body from birth. Start all over again. Nobody starts in midlife. No, everybody starts from the beginning. When the end comes, it's gonna be, how'd you do? Fail? Go back. Pass? Go ahead. It's simple. It ain't hard to understand. Moving on. It's assembly line, just like that. All right. Now, we are all, first of all, we are all reincarnated spirits. We got no virgin spirit. Why? They don't come down. Okay. We are fallen angels. We the ones that did wrong. Not really, but we came down in physical form to learn a life lesson. That's what we're here for. I didn't know that. You thought you're here to become rich and famous, make a big name for yourself? Really? Get a grip. Wake up. We are all reincarnated beings. We are AK, what y'all call fallen angels. But we're here to do one thing. Know thyself. That's the goal. What? For the spirit. The spirit don't give a damn about being famous. Making a name for itself. Making a bunch of money. See where we going with this? So if those are your goals, you're a devil. Moving on. Why? You love it. That's what you love. Material stuff. Material world, the devil. That's why we come here, to see if we can survive this damn test of what? Materialistic things. See if it supersedes your spirituality. They won't tell you that. That's the truth. So I'm just giving you what I know. Now, watch this. Human beings are what we call mortal. With self-mastery and knowledge of self, you become what? Immortal. How am I do that? Glad you asked again. If I tell you, I'm gonna break it down for you. Immortality is God's reward for what? All those human beings who gained self-mastery and did the right thing to know themselves. That's your reward. But nobody you can't peek and see before you go. If you give, that's your ticket. Because you'll receive. If you don't give, you got no ticket. If you ain't invested in him, you go look for him. What? Who you? I don't know you. Remember that concept? Yeah. If you ain't doing nothing for him, he ain't gonna do nothing for you. Moving on. No matter how much you believe, no matter how hard you believe, how sincere you believe, don't mean jack. Okay. But if you live, there we go. Like my right thing philosophy teaches, righteous and virtuous lifestyle, when daily you'll be rewarded with what? Afterlife. When this is over, that's why death, we don't fear death. Those who have knowledge of self, we already know. Why? We know this thing's gonna last. I ain't in love with this body. I try to keep it in shape and working as long as I could. But I know when it's over, I'm good to go. Why? I know who I am. I know my spirit is a connection with my consciousness, so I know who I am mentally, consciously. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. And by doing that, you're gonna live a certain way. If you're a believer, you're gonna shuck and jive, and that's why you never get what you want. But if you're sincere, you get everything you want. Trust me, he knows your heart. Now we have what's this? We have that concept of righteous living. Everybody preaches. Everybody says the same thing. How you gonna get to heaven? They're right. Okay, same thing. Okay, I ain't got a problem with whatever makes you do what you need to do. Don't have a problem with that at all. Okay, you do what works for you. Just tell my brother, dude, you're Muslim. You practice Islam. If that's what works for you, by all means. I don't want to be a Muslim. I want to practice Islam. Simple. I ain't got a problem with it. I just don't want to do it. God bless you. Allah bless you. Without all that, but understanding that ain't my thing. Moving on. Right thinking may not be your thing. I ain't got a problem with that. But I do have a few people who it is their thing. So let me do my thing for them. Let's go. All right, wrapping it up. Again, appreciate you tuning in. All you ignorant people, y'all need to what? Get enlightened about what? Knowing thyself. And you will become what? God conscious. Y'all call it Christ conscious if you're a Christian, whatever y'all call it. But know God for yourself. Do what? The experience. Gnosis. Have your own God experience. Oh man, I seen a brother. Gnosis spelled with the G. The G is solid. And the guy said, you got to have gnosis. Gnosis. I said, dude, that's like that the Django. It's solid. Or knife. What that third grade? What they taught us about that? The NIMS or that other stuff. But yeah, I ain't going there. I ain't gonna do that. Don't do it. You know I ain't doing it. All right, what's this? But if you love your whole life, excuse me, you live right now it's terrible. If you live your whole life in ignorance and egoism, you will reincarnate. It's just that simple. It's a fact. I'm not here to scare you and try to give you a whole bunch. No, I'm just giving you a fact. So you got something directly to do with that. Change your life. I did. I ain't worried about that now. Okay, that was my fate. Had I kept going, I was going. Moving on. But when they say you're the captain of your ship, you're the charge of your destiny, they said at Judgment Day you're gonna have to answer for all the things that you did. So yeah, it's still you're still the captain. Well, you in charge. You run the show. With my organization, when I got caught, didn't nobody go down. I went by myself. Didn't take nobody with me. Why? I was the boss. Okay, be the boss. Simple as that. Don't act, don't want to be, and then when it's time, don't want to be. No. If you're on the ship, you're the captain, you should go down with the ship. Most of the guys think of themselves, I'm not the band of ship. Y'all should be shot, court martial. That's what they do that for. Moving on. Let me get this out of the way. That's not right. All right. Last thing. Let's stop, please, humanizing God. And how about we become, as human, more God-like? From what? Oh, become God in human form in order for you to what? Go home? If not, you're coming back here. This ain't home. This is just a stop along the way. And everybody got to come this way. Get the concept? Hope you do. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I just try to make a point. God is not human. We are. We need to become one like him. Don't make him like us. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. And closing right thinkers, may y'all let it be 100, me 100, minus today. So I never know that my right thinkers have passed away. I don't know if I can deal with that. I'll be right back.